Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for logging in to enjoy our 2020 Annual Meeting and Awards presentation presented by Port Washington State Bank. I'm Maggie Dobson, the Executive Director of the Cedarburg Chamber of Commerce, and we are very proud to have you here tonight and look forward to celebrating some of our 2020 accomplishments, as well as celebrating some truly deserving business award recipients as well. First, I have to say a very huge thank you to our presenting sponsor, Port Washington State Bank. Port Washington State Bank is a mainstay at our chamber and a staunch supporter of our Ozaukee County community. We're honored that they choose to support our chamber as much as they do and encourage you to learn more about their business and contributions at pwsb.bank. We're pleased to have other supporters this evening who, in a normal year, would help us create a very festive scene at a dinner with conversation and networking. As we know, that was not meant to be this year, but we'd like to acknowledge those sponsors who chose to continue their support regardless of the situation. Those sponsors are Ogden Glazer and Schaefer, who would have supplied libations from the Fermentorium Brewery and Tasting Room. Our commerce sponsor, Hamilton House Senior Living, which would have helped us create a beautiful backdrop at the Cedarburg Cultural Center, and networker sponsor, Turnhall Financial Group of Thrivent, which was also a very big supporter of our chamber this year. We thank you very much for all of your commitment to Cedarburg and our business community. I'd also like to acknowledge our current board of directors. President Lois Reske of Port Washington State Bank, Vice President Colin Schaefer of Ogden Glazer and Schaefer, Treasurer Laura Selman from Advocate Aurora Health, past President Hank Beyer of Beyer's True Value, and directors Anna Marie Armbruster of Armbruster Jewelers, Aaron Jodat of US Bank, Robert Colway from Cedar Crest Ice Cream, Sandy Mantooth from Link It Up, Stacy Nowak of Amish Craftsman Guild, Peter Rogers of Muscle and Movement Therapy, Ken Tyler of Temperature Pro, and Nicole Thomas from Tomaso's. Special thanks also go out to board members whose terms ended in 2020, Connie Niebauer of Cedar Creek Winery and former town administrator Tim Rohde. The Cedarburg Chamber of Commerce has had quite a... We started 2020 proud and ready to celebrate the 75th anniversary of becoming a Cedarburg Chamber of Commerce, or a Chamber of Commerce. Though our organization has been established as the Advancement Society for the area since 1902, 1945 was the actual year that the Cedarburg Chamber of Commerce was born. Our mission: to promote, protect, and the Cedarburg business community. Like you, we started 2020 strong, as we said. In February, we had our most successful Ladies Who Lead event yet, featuring a keynote from State Tourism Secretary designee Sarah Meany. We were thrilled to have her here in Cedarburg to talk about what would have been an amazing year for Wisconsin tourism. We were able to host several ribbon cuttings in the first part of 2020, celebrating new, relocating, and remodeled businesses in our community. Our chamber ambassadors, which is a very dedicated group of chamber members who help us with ribbon cuttings and other events, is a very proud group, and we're very happy to have them. They are Dawn DeGeorge of Ansane Associates, Tom Miller of Turnhall Financial Group of Thrivent, Grace Uselding from BMO Harris Bank, Darlene Emmer from Puremax Bank, and Sue DeZoodle from Shore West Realtors. They're all second to none, and they really do deserve our recognition and thanks for their efforts to represent and promote at Cedarburg Chamber functions. And then March. What would have been a prosperous and successful year for Cedarburg was derailed, sadly, by a global pandemic that changed the way we do business. It's affected our lives and our livelihood, but with everything, there are silver linings. There are plenty of positives that came out of a pretty negative situation. As the pandemic took hold and Wisconsin was under the Safer at Home order, businesses had to change how they sold goods and services, and residents had to change how they bought them. The Chamber was here to help with the first of several promotions to remind consumers about Cedarburg businesses. We printed hundreds of flyers that listed every restaurant in Cedarburg to make it easier for people to order carryout or curbside meals, and Olson's Piggly Wiggly allowed us to have them at their checkout lanes. Shortly after, our website was updated with a listing of local Cedarburg retailers, restaurants, service providers, churches, and more to help make it an easy point of access for people trying to support local businesses. The Chamber created the Cedarburg Strong campaign, geared to remind local residents of the strength in shopping and supporting locally. We created a video meant to encourage local support, which was viewed nearly 3,000 times on YouTube. We printed Cedarburg Strong yard signs to mobilize the community and sold them to raise money that would help drive dollars back into Cedarburg businesses directly, offering a discount on signs to Chamber members. With proceeds from those signs, we gave $500 away in Cedarburg Chamber gift checks to winners of a Share a Memory Facebook contest, thinking about their most nostalgic memories of Cedarburg. We shopped and we ate our way through Cedarburg. We gave away hundreds of dollars in free advertising to our membership on cedarburg.org, created a video program for members, offered virtual happy hours for a little bit of fun, and virtual roundtable discussions to gauge interest in new ideas and learn more about what we could do to help our business community. We were the hub of information for our members, from frequent emails about governmental orders and information on federal grants and loan procedures. We took pride in being a trusted source for our members and for the info that could effectively and immediately affect them as a business owner. When the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation announced a $2,500 grant opportunity for small Wisconsin businesses called the We're All In initiative, the Chamber wrote dozens upon dozens of letters on behalf of Cedarburg businesses, resulting in over $100,000 in grants. We did these things in a time when all businesses and organizations were reinventing themselves, including the Chamber. When we realized, sadly, that we wouldn't be able to host our two normal 4th of July parade and hometown celebration festivities, we focused on ways to stay solvent. We held our annual State of the Community, a Cedarburg snapshot also presented by Port Washington State Bank, on a virtual platform, featuring updates from City Mayor Mike O'Keefe, Town Chairperson Dave Salvaggio, and an anticipated school update from Superintendent Todd Bugnacki. Thank you to amazing support from local donors like the City and Town of Cedarburg and the generous Roundup campaign designed by Olson's Piggly Wiggly. We were able to hold our annual fireworks at a very new and undisclosed location for the entire community to enjoy at a safe distance. We reinvented the drive-in movie with a large inflatable screen and showed 3 movies at the La Rosa Landscape Company parking lot. Thank you so much to the generous support of Port Washington State Bank, Zurn Building Products, and the Vanderbloemen Group. We were able to host 3 of those, like I said, and they were very well received. Each film offered a donation to a Chamber member nonprofit that had been affected by the pandemic, including the Cedarburg Lions Club, which normally partners with us on our 4th of July, Festivals of Cedarburg, which of course sadly had to cancel many of their activities, and also the Rivoli Theater, because you can't have a movie without mentioning the Rivoli. In fact, our Cinema Under the Stars, as we called it, was such a success, we decided we're going to do a winter version as well, showing Home Alone on November 29th, again presented by Port Washington State Bank. It's a shameless plug, but get your tickets today. They're now on sale on cedarburg.org. In one of our proudest moments of the year, we partnered with generous local benefactors to support our community through our local Cedarburg Chamber gift check extravaganza, where members were able to offer gift certificates and gift cards to the Chamber for us to sell on their behalf on our website. When all was said and done, we sold $23,000 in gift checks, directly purchased for local businesses in only 34 minutes. thank you to that $10,000 benefactor. We could match those gifts using that money. What we did was every time someone bought a $50 gift card, we gave them a $25 Cedarburg Chamber gift check that they could then use at any Cedarburg member business throughout the next year. When it was all said and done, our economic impact from one event alone was $34,000. And all of that money stays directly in the Cedarburg business community. It was meant for an influx during the summer season, and of the $10,000 donation, nearly $6,000 has already been redeemed. The success of that gift check extravaganza had people thinking, well, could we do this again? Why? What a great way to boost the local economy. And the answer, of course, yes, we can definitely do that again. So tonight, I'm very proud to announce that we've partnered with our friends at Velo Corporation, which just this morning held their groundbreaking at the new Cedarburg Business Park. And we are creating the Gift Check Extravaganza 2.0. On Tuesday, December 1st, Chamber members, please watch your emails for ways to participate. And community members, please watch your social media on how you can get your bonus gift checks. Sincere thanks to both Cedarburg Light and Water, our first benefactor, and Velo Corporation for their generosity. So the next time someone asks you, what is a Chamber of Commerce anyway? You can tell them. We're extremely proud to boast over 330 members, including more than 40 new members just from January 1st alone. We were hurt, but we weren't defeated. Cedarburg is as strong a community today as it was on March 13th, before any shutdown or any pandemic. But we still do need your local help to support local businesses of all kinds all year round, because Cedarburg's sense of community is definitely what makes it a very special place. And it's exactly what will help us stay Cedarburg strong.
Hello, my name is Lois Reske, branch manager of the Cedarburg location of Port Washington State Bank and president of the Cedarburg Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors. Thank you for joining me for tonight's presentation and helping us recognize some very honorable men, women, and their organizations. So without further ado, on behalf of the Cedarburg Chamber of Commerce and Port Washington State Bank, I'd like to officially welcome you to the 2020 annual meeting and awards presentation. Admittedly, this event feels a little different this year, but despite all that has happened since then, so many of our fellow Cedarburg businesses and citizens have worked so hard to create positive memories in a darker time. From the thousands of dollars in gift checks we sold and bought during the gift card extravaganza in June, to the last ever mini golf outing held at Bateman's, and last but not least, to the fabulous pumpkin walk that brought smiles to young children and the young at heart. Businesses working to keep our local economy going and citizens who support those businesses in return is one of the many reasons why Cedarburg is so special. It is also why Port Washington State Bank is a proud supporter of the places, pastimes, and organizations that make living and working here so great. We love being part of something special. Looking ahead, we have so much to look forward to. This month, we'll be playing Cedarburg Bingo to encourage shopping and eating locally. And my colleagues and I are especially excited to sponsor the holiday showing of Home Alone later this month. We appreciate the support and encouragement from everyone, and thank you for being here. Port Washington State Bank is happy to be a presenting sponsor of this event, not only to support our chamber, but also because we get to present the celebrated Cedarburg Citizen Award. Yes, it's a mouthful, but a really important award in a community as special as Cedarburg. In September, the chamber asked the community to nominate people they felt were deserving of recognition for going the extra mile. Someone who excels at random acts of kindness, someone who goes above and beyond for the community. We received several nominations, but one stuck out to us this year. In a pandemic and in a time where people need an extra boost of positivity, or maybe even just an extra smile, Mr. Ross Rintelman, board member and ambassador of Cedarburg's Mel's Charities, fit the bill perfectly. In his nomination, which was submitted by Tom Stanton, or Mel, it reads, "I can't think of anyone, especially during these unprecedented times, who meets the criteria for the celebrated Cedarburg Citizen Award than Ross. The Ross man epitomizes what Mel's is all about, having fun and impacting lives in Cedarburg and throughout Ozaukee County." When our world was faced with the changes caused by the pandemic in March, Ross's Thoughts was born on Mel's Charities Facebook page. He has filmed more than 125 videos, all featuring shoutouts and accolades for local individuals and businesses that have supported him and Mel's. If you haven't had the pleasure of watching one, I highly suggest it. The positivity that Ross exudes with each heartfelt video is inspiring. As Mel said, "I can't tell you how many people have contacted us to say how much Ross's messages have touched their lives." Well, you can count us in that group too, both here at Fort Washington State Bank and the Cedarburg Chamber of Commerce. Ross submitted a quick video acceptance of his award, which we will watch shortly. But before we do, please join me in congratulating Ross Rintelman, the 2020 PWSB Celebrated Cedarburg Citizen Award recipient. Way to go, Ross.
Hello, my name is Ross Rintelman. I'm an ambassador and board member of those charities. And I'd like to thank the Cedarburg Chamber of Commerce for selecting me of the celebrated citizen of the year winner. Thank you for doing this for me for many great reasons to celebrate my year of 2020 receptionist. Even though I'm isolated at home, I can do Ross's videos at home, and I can share on for Mel's Charities at this time. I love being here at the new Mel's Charities office, and also I like to impact many lives right here in Ozaukee County, and we are truly blessed. And also, I wanted to thank to all of marvelous people beside of me, like Mel and my family and my friends. From my heart, I want to thank for treating this so special for me. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Ross. Next award this evening is the Cedarburg Chamber Spark Plug Award, which, for all intents and purposes, is exactly as it sounds. An award made for business or a person who offers a special spark of energy to our community and to our chamber. When Brandywine won it last year in 2019, the definition became even more clear: a business that has somehow offered a new energy to the Cedarburg business landscape and to the chamber. This year's Spark Plug recipient, Hamilton House Senior Living, opened in May 2019 and has done nothing except light a spark under its sense of community. As a brand new business in a beautiful brand new building, Hamilton House had many options, but they chose to jump in with both feet, involving themselves in anything that they could to make themselves more part of our community. They participated in the Cedarburg Chamber of Commerce 4th of July parade, sponsored the Art Museum's beer garden, had a presence at networking events of all kinds, and sponsored other chamber events like the Pumpkin Walk, the mini golf outing, the tree lighting, and, as we mentioned earlier, is a commerce sponsor of tonight's presentation. They epitomize what to do as a new business, and especially a new business in a close-knit community like ours. And for that, we thank them and honor them, Hamilton House Senior Living, with the 2020 Cedarburg Chamber Spark Plug Award.
I'm the Executive Director at Hamilton House Senior Living. And I'm Tana Castaneda. I'm the marketing director at Hamilton House Senior Living.
We just wanted to thank the Cedarburg Chamber of Commerce for recognizing Hamilton House Senior Living with the Spark Plug Award for 2020. It is an honor to be part of such a welcoming and supportive community.
For the last year and a half, we had the privilege of caring for the seniors in this great community, providing the residents and their families one of the best experience. We will continue to support local seniors as well as local businesses and continue to keep Cedarburg strong.
Thank you so much to Anna and to Christy for that nice award response and acceptance. The next award is our Chamber Service Award. Each year, the Cedarburg Chamber honors someone with its service award, showcasing a member who embodies volunteerism and service to our organization. In 2020, we honor Patty DeRozier of PLD Accounting as our Cedarburg Chamber Service Award recipient. A CPA by trade, Patty started her business a few years ago after working in the corporate world for several years. She knew she needed a change, and she also knew she had a special gift for both accounting and for helping people understand how to keep a better handle on their business's finances. When the Chamber hired Patty in early 2019, we hope to embark on a path to revamp our bookkeeping and make it an easier and more thorough process. Any CPA would do for sure, but Patty, who truly gives beyond what is necessary, helped our organization grow and retain a stable financial footing. Not only did we learn new ways to help ourselves keep on track, but we gained a friend and someone we know truly has our back in every situation. Patty, we thank you so much for what you've done for the Cedarburg Chamber over the past 2 years. You are a very valued member and a very appreciated member, and without a doubt are extremely deserving of this year's Chamber Service Award.
Good evening. I am sorry that circumstances are such that we cannot all be together to enjoy the wonderful evening that Maggie and the Chamber of Commerce plan for us each year. But I'll have to admit that since I don't have the finesse to speak in front of a large group of people like Maggie does, this is much easier for me. I am both honored and humbled. Good evening. I am sorry that circumstances are such that we cannot all be together to enjoy the wonderful evening that Maggie and the Chamber of Commerce plan for us each year. But I'll have to admit that since I don't have the finesse to speak in front of a large group of people like Maggie does, this is much easier for me. I am both honored and humbled to receive this service award. When I started PLD Accounting, I simply wanted the opportunity to share the accounting talent that I've been given and love, hoping that I can help others by sharing with them the knowledge that I have learned over the years. Although I feel that I have provided that service in partnership with my clients, I have received so much more in return. I have met new people, forged new friendships, and worked alongside terrific members of this community who are able to fulfill their dreams because they have a network of people through the Chamber of Commerce who truly want each other to succeed. That's a wonderful feeling. I want to thank Maggie and the Chamber for putting on this event to recognize members of our great community who are the fabric of life in Cedarburg as we know it. But I'd also like to thank Maggie in keeping us all woven together. Cedarburg is definitely a stronger business community because of her efforts. Thank you.
Thank you, Patty. I know how much you like speaking in public, so I thought I'd play a little bit of your speech twice. So sorry about that. But thank you so much. Our next award tonight is the Nonprofit of the Year, which in an area with so many very worthy causes is a difficult choice to choose just one nonprofit that embodies the sense of community we look for in a Nonprofit of the Year. But in 2020, The clear choice for Nonprofit of the Year is a local organization that chose to pivot and bring interest to Cedarburg even in the midst of a pandemic, further promoting their mission to provide a gathering place, community, the arts, and local heritage. We are very proud to offer Nonprofit of the Year this year recognition to the Cedarburg Cultural Center. Located in the heart of historic downtown, the Cultural Center has been a mainstay for over 35 years. Its programs have grown over the decades to embody art, music, history, and more, giving our community a place to celebrate performing arts, local heritage, and a free opportunity to see beautiful works of art on a nearly daily basis. Of course, like the rest of us, the Cultural Center faced many challenges as the pandemic took hold. Not only were their classes and programs canceled, most rentals and live shows were also either canceled or postponed. But that didn't stop the Cultural Center from bringing live music to Cedarburg in a safe and socially distant way. Their Wednesday night Tunes on the Terrace drive-in concerts were innovative, fun, conscious of safety, and brought great local music to our area each week. The Cedarburg Cultural Center displayed inspiring vision and embodied community service with the changes they made to create a celebratory atmosphere, even amid a very difficult time for our community and local businesses. For that, and for their continued support and longevity of their presence in Cedarburg, we are proud to give the 2020 Nonprofit of the Year Award to the Cedarburg Cultural Center.
Hello, my name is Stephanie Hayes, and I'm the Executive Director of the Cedarburg Cultural Center. We are honored and thrilled to be the recipient of the 2020 Nonprofit of the Year Award from the Cedarburg Chamber of Commerce. There are so many nonprofits that are deserving of this award, and we are grateful for the acknowledgement, especially during this challenging year. We are also delighted to be in such great company with all of the other award winners. Congrats to each and every one of you. Well deserved. We are living through unprecedented times, and every organization has been affected by COVID-19 in one way or another. Although at times it was difficult, we have continued to work hard to fulfill our mission to provide a gathering space to celebrate community, the arts, and local heritage. We are so grateful that we have been able to provide our community access to all of these things in a safe way during a time when these kinds of connections are more important than ever. The Cultural Center is supported by so many in our community, and this award belongs to each and every one of you. Our incredible staff, our dedicated board of directors, past and present, all of our wonderful volunteers, and our staunch supporters, which include members, donors, and sponsors. We have been the hub for the arts and local heritage in our community for over 35 years, and it is because of the vision and dedication of all of these people over this time period that we are as strong as we are today. How lucky are we to have such an incredible family of supporters at our back. Thank you. Although the future of the world may be unknown right now, I can say with absolute certainty that the Cultural Center will be here to serve our community for many years to come. We look forward to continuing all of our long-standing traditions, and we can't wait for the day when we can all gather in person again to sing, dance, create, and celebrate our community. Thank you to the Cedarburg Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, staff, and volunteers and supporters. This acknowledgement means the world to all of us that call the CCC home. Good night.
Thanks, Stephanie. Our next award is the 2020 Cedarburg Chamber Legacy Award. And while it's easy to understand, why we'd give our Chamber Legacy Award to a family fun operation like Bayman's Golf Center, and perhaps harder to understand why it's taken us so long to honor them since the Chamber started giving this award in 2013, we would be remiss if we didn't honor them now. Yes, this award comes with a twinge of sadness, given that this is Bayman's last season in business. But regardless, any business that's been here for 60 years deserves our recognition. Bayman's Golf Center was started in 1960 by Eddie and Ruth Bayman and their sons Bud and Dale, and quickly became a Cedarburg staple. Anyone who enjoys the game of golf and has lived in Cedarburg for any amount of time likely has a Bayman story. From hitting that bucket of balls on the driving range with Dad, to private lessons that help perfect that swing, or maybe spending some time on the mini golf course. Everyone has a memory of time spent at Bayman's. One person I talked to said that Bayman's was the first course he ever played, and for that he'll always have special memories of that course and driving range that's been here for as long as most of us can remember. In 2017, when the Chamber was looking for a new event, we worked with third-generation owner Kurt Bayman and golf pro Dan Gogan to create the fun and friendly miniature golf outing, complete with 18 holes of mini golf set up just like a traditional golf tournament. It worked with ease, and the support of Bayman's made everyone understand why they had been in business for as long as they had. While our sense of nostalgia might be heightened as we hear the plans for Bayman's to close, there is solace in knowing that Kurt's dad, the late Bud Bayman, had a vision for his family's future, and the plans that began nearly 15 years ago for his cherished land come to fruition. We can't help but smile, looking back at all the good times. While Bayman's may not always be here, its memory is ingrained in the Cedarburg landscape forever by those who know and love it. We are honored to have called Bayman's Golf Center a member of the business community for so long, and are very, very proud to award them this year's Chamber Legacy Award.
Hi there, this is Kurt and Elizabeth Bayman from Bayman's Golf Center. Thank you so much for this amazing award. We really appreciate it. And thank you to Maggie and the entire Chamber staff. You've done a fantastic job. And especially a big thanks goes out to the entire Cedarburg community for supporting our small local business all these years. And in 1960, our business was started by my dad, Bud, and my grandparents, Eddie and Ruth. And after my uncle Dale got back from Vietnam, he joined them, and together they all worked for many, many years running the business. About 10 years ago, I moved back home to help out my dad and grandma. And then Dan Gogan, our golf pro, joined us, and then he has done a fantastic job. So big thanks goes out to Dan. We really wouldn't be where we are right now without you. Thanks so much. And then, of course, we have our newest edition, Elizabeth.
Kurt and I met about 5 years ago, and it's been wonderful to get to know the Cedarburg community and to be a part of the greater golf family in general. And we're really grateful again to all of the community who's come out to support this local business for so many years.
We've also had many family members work with us throughout the years. Everybody from aunts and uncles, cousins, brothers, sisters. It's really been a family affair. And a special thank you goes out to my mom, Nancy, who still lives across the street and has been a rock throughout this entire process. As you may know, it looks like this is going to be our last year. About 15 years ago, my dad set the wheels in motion for the development process, and it looks like things will kick off in the spring. Unfortunately, my dad passed away last year, but his legacy and that of our entire family will live on in Bayman Park in the neighborhood. To know my dad was to know that he was a hard worker. His favorite thing was seeing kids come and play mini golf or pick up a club for the first time and win the game. He really enjoyed it, as we all do. So finally, just thank you so much to the Chamber and the City of Cedarburg for 60 years of long drives, missed putts, and of course, lots of laughs. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Kurt and Elizabeth. We will miss you, but we're so grateful for everything you've done for our community. And we make it to our final award of the evening, the 2020 Business of the Year. It's truly been an honor tonight to present all of today's awards recipients. And we also just want to quickly say another thank you to everyone for logging in tonight and enjoying to the honor that we've been able to give some of these businesses. Thank you so much. But without further ado, I'm excited to present our final award to Olson's Piggly Wiggly. If there's any question in your mind as to why this should be the year of the pig, then you have not paid much attention to anything Cedarburg in these last several months. Okay, I know the actual year of the pig, according to astrology, is next year. But in Cedarburg, Olson's Piggly Wiggly holds court as one of the most civic-minded businesses in our area. As shutdowns and safer-at-home orders prevailed, Ryan and Megan Olson and their team of amazing staff members at Olson's in Cedarburg worked to remain your local community grocer. When terms like essential business took hold, they truly rose to the occasion. In mid-March, Ryan called the chamber looking for ways to help promote local businesses and offered to let us use their checkout to showcase local restaurants and promote smaller retailers. As it became more and more apparent that the pandemic was not improving as quickly as we had hoped, and runs on Clorox wipes and toilet paper kept them busier than ever, the Olsons' thoughts were on nothing but their employees and making sure our community was supported. Ryan and Megan purchased $125 chamber gift checks, one for each of their staff, keeping $3,000 in our community when they needed it most. They offered roundup opportunities to local nonprofits again this year, and paired with the generosity of their local customers, raised tens of thousands of dollars on behalf of local nonprofits, including the Cedarburg Chamber of Commerce. They worked countless hours to keep their shelves stocked and ready so Cedarburg shoppers could feel confident that they had a place to turn when in need of the huge shopping trips that came when people weren't as willing to leave their homes to shop on a regular basis. And among so many other ways, they supported our community. They strove to support another as they opened Olson's Piggly Wiggly in Mequon, furthering their reach and expanding their giving nature. We're very proud to have such a very generous mainstay in our Cedarburg community. Ryan and Megan, we thank you for your constant and unwavering support of Cedarburg shoppers, businesses, and organizations. Congratulations on being the 2020 Cedarburg Business of the Year.
On behalf of the entire team at Olson's Piggly Wiggly, Megan and I would like to say thank you for selecting us for the 2020 Cedarburg Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year Award. We are humbled by this recognition as there are so many great businesses that call Cedarburg home. While 2020 has been anything but a typical year, we have done our best to serve our community to the best of our ability. As my parents stated in their acceptance speech of the same award in 1999, for us, our success is measured by our ability to share with our community. We are very grateful to be able to contribute to many organizations and needs within our community each year. But we couldn't do that without the support of our customers. So thank you to all who support us. Continuing to call Cedarburg home for many years to come. Once again, Megan and I would like to say thank you to the Board of Directors and the entire Chamber of Commerce for this award. Our team sincerely appreciates. Shop the pig.
Shop the pig indeed. Thank you all so very much for taking the time out of your evening to support the Chamber and support our award recipients this evening. It's a special place, and we truly would not be that way if we didn't have the support and the dedicated residents, volunteers, workers, and other supporters who work every day to make Cedarburg live, work, and play. So as we move into the season, remember to shop locally. Thank you so much for all of your time and dedication, and have a great night. Thanks.